All right, Achievers. Maybe you are new to our training program, new to our planning system, or been a customer over the last few years as we have developed the Key2Success Planner. Over the last year, we have looked at the planning system in a different light. We wanted to expand its capabilities for helping you encourage long-term planning. Throughout the planning system over the last few years, we've built the ability for you to have focus and productivity in your week by organizing your life on a monthly and quarterly basis. Many of our users, however, have asked us, Brandon, I want to expand my vision beyond today, beyond tomorrow, and into the future by covering the next few years of what my goals and intentions are. And today, guys, we're going to talk about the second series of our digital planning system, about building framework in a means that helps you look at your vision and your long-term goals and build out a system for success for yourself. Stay with me as we embark on the second series of the Key2Success Planner. As we kick off this series of training for the Key2Success Planner, I want to take a moment to share a little bit about my story with you. Many of you guys have chatted with me over the last few years in one-on-one sessions or over calls about what this planner can do when it comes to its functionality, but many of you have not gotten to know or understand my background when it comes to this planning system. And I think that is important to know as we look at this training series, because I think this training series was designed for all of the reasons that I was not able to plan for myself. So we're going to back up. 8th grade, 1998. Matter of fact, it was 7th grade, 1997. My FFA advisor introduced me to Franklin Covey's planning system. And at the time, I was just starting to organize my leadership abilities in the school that I was attending through all the different activities and programs that were involved in the FFA. And at the time, it was very overwhelming to know all the projects, class schedules, and extracurricular activities that I was doing. And I was very much overwhelmed with it. And that is when my FFA advisor introduced to me the Franklin Covey planning system. And there was something about that system, the idea of being able to take a pen and jot down my ideas and thoughts for these different projects or activities that we're doing that helped enable myself to not only think through what it was I wanted to achieve, but to actually see what I needed to do to have that success and reach those goals that I had for myself. Now, at the time, I was in the 7th and 8th grader, and my maturity level was nothing as it is today. Okay, maybe it was about the same. But the reality is my intentions, my purpose, my zest for life was still very much there. Now, as I fast forward through high school and I graduated, I never went to college. I just wasn't ready for it, is the best way I can explain it. I didn't feel like I was going to enter an education system to broaden my horizon if I wasn't sure what it was I wanted to do. And at the time, I found myself just having a passion for helping other people, and I was able to do that. And I still held on to that traditional planning of paper and pencil and taking my ideas and thoughts to the next level through journaling. And it was through that I was able to start my own print shop with a few of my buddies. And we excelled very rapidly. I mean, we grew 10, 20, 30% through 2007, 2008, 2009. When the rest of the world was kind of falling apart, here we were believing in achieving everything that we wanted for ourselves. And then Steve Jobs entered front and center and showed me an iPad. And that light, that product, and I started to look at the iPad as a device that I could use to organize my life. So here we are, using this iPad for the very first time to try to organize my life in a different fashion, something I had never done before electronically. And I did that for a number of years. In 2015, I had a New Year's resolution that when I entered 2016, I was going to run 1,000 miles. Now, if you guys ever see the full frame of me, you're like, 1,000 miles? Come on, Brandon, in a single year? That's 20 to 25 miles a week. But I wanted to set that for myself. I wanted to set that a goal, just like so many of us set goals for ourselves every year. Well, as I was moving through the year, and I came on March, April of that year, I started to get this pain in my feet. My ankles and my knees were just sore. And I'm like, gosh, I'm mid-30s. What's going on here? I happened to have my physical, and I mentioned that to the doctor about the pain that I was seeing and the soreness that I was having. And he asked me a very simple question. He said, well, do you ever remember when you didn't have the pain? And I thought to myself, well, yeah, between the holidays, Thanksgiving, Christmas, wasn't an issue, didn't have that pain at all. And he asked me, is there anything you're doing now different than you were doing then? And it was this overwhelming thought. Well, of course, I'm running 1,000 miles. I've been running 20, 25 miles for the last 13 weeks. And he said, I bet you if you take a break from running, you'll find relief from this pain. And I remember walking out to my car thinking about this $400 bill that I just racked up and thought how this has been the greatest advice someone has ever given me. What was I doing before that was helping me achieve success versus what I am doing now? See, what I didn't tell you is between the time Steve Jobs introduced that product to the time that I had this appointment, my businesses, my ambitions nearly fell 50%. All of the thrust that we had behind us had evaporated, and we simply were in this mode where we were just starting to find ourselves struggling, and we were struggling. I remember going back to the office and I looked at my paper planner and thought, this is what I need to do. This is what I stopped doing. And I started planning. And over the next few months, I saw gradual improvement. I saw the same things that came out of paper planning for me in the past. I seen it coming to life again, but I couldn't grasp the fact of having all of these binders, all of these notebooks always there, and I couldn't search across all my notes to find out what it was that I wanted. And that is when I asked myself, can I make a digital planner? And today, guys, we have the Key to Success planner. It's been life-changing for me. It's been life-changing for so many of you. And if you guys are new to the channel and you haven't already experienced that, go ahead, hit our subscribe button, like our page, and I can promise you, between the content we deliver, the community that we have, there is something inside of this program that's going to light up your life. I can promise you that. But today, guys, we're going to talk about long-term planning and how you can use the Key2Success system to not only see your vision, but overcome the obstacles by maximizing your strengths while retaining your fundamental beliefs, all as you achieve the goals that you have for yourself over the next several years. So let's jump in to the first video of this series.